Okay, awesome. So, uh-oh. So, the first thing we want to do is to import an asset. Okay, the asset is called standard assets, and to import that, or maybe to download it, you will make use of the asset store. Click on asset store. You click on search online. It's gonna. I don't know why this is happening, but if you keep on clicking it, you're gonna have this open. Okay, you're gonna have this open, or let me just send a link. So once you click on it, it should take you directly. Just open up. Here you go. That is the link. Yes. Okay. So the first thing you need to do is to download the standard asset. This standard asset is an asset that has practically almost everything you need to build from um you know almost everything you need from, maybe if you want to build a terrain, you need this standard assets, and as well it's terrain that we want to work on. If you want to build a house, the standard assets is there available. So all you have to do is to click on open in Unity. All right, I already have Unity open, so there you go. You just click on import. Wait for it, and if you look through in here, you will see. All right, let's click on import again. You will see that there are some things that are not part of it which you can download. Um, you have 3D screenshots. If you want to take a 3D screenshot, you can actually, there you go, you just download it. You have abandoned buildings, you have this stuff in here. Okay, so if you want to import that, you can just import them along with your standard asset. Awesome. So we close it and you go back to your scene. There you go, we have our standard asset in here, but there is a but. Truth is, you are going to face a challenge, an error. If you click on play, they will say you have compiler error. Okay, there's an error in the script. When this was written, it was written 2018, and we are already using one of the latest version of Unity 2020. Okay, so things have actually changed. All right, so now, if you click on this word, click on it, let's just see the error. The error is GUI text is obsolete. GUI text is obsolete and has been removed. Use UI.text instead. Okay, so how are we going to do this? Just click on this text here and it will open it up. Now we want to check out the code. Awesome, it has opened up. So if you look, this is where the issue is, the GUI text. Okay, this is where we have the challenge. Okay, so what we are going to do is to just add up a script. So you come over at the top, we want to add up a script, and this is what you're going to write using Unity. Your Unity, the first letter has to be in caps, then the engine has to be in caps. Unity engine dot UI. The UI also have to be in caps. Then you put your semicolon there. Then you also you come over here and you remove the GUI, leaving only the text. Okay, once you do this, just Ctrl S, save. Let's go back. Unity will populate. There you go, populating the script, and you will see that we don't have any issues here. If you come over here, if you click on play, yes, we just want to try a thing. Awesome. Now we don't have errors. Okay, beautiful. So the next thing we want to do is to come over to your hierarchy and click on 3D. Scroll down and you're going to see terrain. Click on it. Beautiful. So there you go, you have your terrain. you have your terrain. Yes. So in your terrain, if you come over to the inspector of the terrain, you have some tabs here. Okay, activate this. Of course, when you come, you click, you see activate this inspector. You do that. Let me see where it's going to pop up again. 3D terrain. All right. In inspector, you're going to see, to make use of these tabs here, you have to click activate this inspector, and of course it's activated. You can make use of it. Now, under this terrain, you have these 5 tabs here that we are going to make use of. Okay, this first one, if you click on it, right, it gives you can increase your terrain. If you want more space, you can just click here, add, click here, add, click here, add, click here, add. It depends on if you just want to do, come on, like you can create a whole world. Okay, what we are actually creating is a world. Nah, I don't want that. So I'm just going to undo everything and just have one. Okay, so beautiful. Notice that the more tabs you create, the more assets. It creates this asset alone. So you see everything is messed up in our assets container right here. So let's just highlight everything and delete. Yes, we don't want it. I also deleted the that of. Let's add create of the terrain again. Yep. Yeah, it's huge. All right. So let's walk right now, okay? Now, in the inspector, with the next tab we want to work on, which you're going to be spending most of your time, is this tab here. It's called the paint terrain. Okay, if you click on it, now you have beneath it, if you click on it, you're going to have some options. You have paint texture. Click on it. Now we want to paint this texture, right? All right, we want to paint this texture. Now, some more, for us to paint this texture, we needed to download the standard assets. The standard assets, and this standard asset has all the asset needed to work around to work with this terrain. Okay, now to do that, you click on it, paint texture, you come down and you're going to see edit terrain. Click on it and you want to create new layer, right? Click on it. Now, what layer do you want to create? We want to create the grass layer. So you just type grass in here. So if you install your standard assets, then you will have all these assets. Okay, this grass albedo. So we want to make use of this. Click on it. Oh, there you go. Everything becomes green. No, this is not what we want. Let's just remove it. Let's see. Sets. Add layer. Just give me a minute. Let's replace the layer to none. Okay, now we have this white layer. Now what happens is that if you don't have any layer here, if you don't have any layer and you want to add the grass texture to it, it automatically covers everything in here. Okay, that was what happened at first. So once you have this white, if you create another layer, it wouldn't affect this. Now once you create this layer, just click on the layer. Now below the layer you have these brushes, right? They are called brushes. You can play with them. If you click on this, if you come over here, you see you can do this. Okay, you can paint, but we don't want to use this brush. We don't like it, or I don't like it precisely. Let me personalize it. You can choose other brushes, like this is painted at the side. You see, you can paint. Now, for you to have a better brush size, you have these two stuff in here. You have the brush size. You can increase the brush size. You can increase the opacity. Now, with this opacity means, okay, let me just explain by doing, okay. If you increase the brush size, if you come over here, you see it has increased. If you reduce it, you can barely see anything. It covers up everywhere if you increase it, okay, to the extreme. If you do this, okay, so you see, now, you see, with the opacity being, let's just say, having 30% of, having 30%, okay, it's at 38.6%. You have this, okay, you have the edges are a bit precise. Let's undo this. But when you take the opacity high, let's just say to 60, you see it becomes higher. Let's reduce it. You see, it doesn't. If you look at this and you look at this, you discover that the size is a bit fainted, and this is more, precise. So we want to reduce the opacity a bit, then increase the brush size a bit, or maybe reduce it. You can choose different brush. Let me do this. Then you can now paint, okay? So you see, we are already painting our texture, our terrain rather. We're already painting our terrain. I can increase the opacity size a bit. Okay. So I can change brush. I can also increase brush size a bit. I can change another brush. If I use this star, everything I do will be star. See? Let's undo that. Can we? Okay. So there you go. Now we have our terrain. Okay. Now it's flat. It's very flat. But naturally, terrains are not really that flat, right? They are, slopey. So let's go back to our inspector again. Scroll up, right? Still the same on this same paintbrush. Click on it. Then within these options here, you will see raise and lower terrain. Click on it. Now, it's the same thing that applies, right? But this time you're not painting. You want lower and increase this terrain. Okay, now to do that, you can make use of your brushes. So let's use this other brush and just look. If you look at our terrain, if you click on it, you see you increase you're raising the terrain, you're raising the size up. So now that is why it's very, very important you make use of a mouse. Okay, so you just click and move. Okay, move again. You can just play around. Nothing really serious. Okay, play around. Now let's pick up a different brush. Let's make some noise. Let's just add some rigidity, some roughness to it. Okay, you can increase the opacity. If you do this, it becomes higher. Okay, you see, we are having that rock effect. Okay, we can awesome. Yes, so you can also change texture, rather brush again. Let's give it different, just something different. Okay, now awesome. Let's see. Okay, there's no camera. We can't enter play mode right now. So the next thing we want to do, right? The next thing we want to do, for us to even check out what we have created, right? Now let's do something before we proceed. Okay, let's do something before we proceed. We want to move around on this terrain. Okay, for us to move around, we need something called the first person or third person controller. Yes, in our standard assets, we have that. If you come over to standard, click on standard asset character, you have your first person controller and your third person controller. I don't want to make use of this. Okay, let's just try it. Let's just click on the first. Let's click on the first person controller. Go to prefab and then click on FPS controller. FPS controller, drag it and put in here. Once you do, you're going to see your first person controller here. Oh, where is he? You can't see anything. Let's delete it and do that again. Okay. Well, this is a first person controller. It doesn't, sorry, I've forgotten. This is not a third person controller, it's a first person controller. Okay. Now, once you drag it, that is all you need to do. Just click on play. Let's see what happens. Okay. Now the camera is on. We can move. We can do anything. Okay. That is why I don't like this particular one. Now, just delete it. Go back to your Unity asset store. I have this starter assets third person controller. Let me give it a link to read. Yeah, this is a link to it. Let's quickly see how easy it is. All right, so once you, the same process. Okay, just click on open in Unity and import. Once you do, it might prompt you to update. I've already updated. I already have this in my prompt you to update. Just click on update. Once it updates, just click on import and follow the same process that we did with the standard asset. So one is called standard assets. Standard asset is the asset that have all this grass and all this stuff in it needed to build a game or anything in Unity. And we have starter asset is different from standard asset. So with your starter asset, once you import it, right, you will have an option at the top. You will see these tools. You will click on tools. Okay, you will see starter asset. You will have these three features. These three options rather. You have reinstall dependencies, reset third person controller and mature, and reset this. So we are going to be importing this. So you just click on it. Once you do, you see they all appear in your hierarchy. So I don't want my hierarchy to be busy, so I want to create an empty game object. Empty, click on it. Let's name it player. Now just copy everything into your player. Okay, copy everything to your player so that we don't mess up our hierarchy. Okay, now if you click on it, you see that our player is at the extreme of our terrain. Okay, is at the extreme of our terrain, and we don't want that. So just drag it to the center of the terrain, and let's click on it. Let's see. Oh, at the center of the terrain is below the terrain. Okay, it's below the terrain, so use your scale tools, drag it upward a bit. Let's see. Okay, all right, you can drag it down a bit and see the shadow. Awesome. So you see, this is all you just needed to do. We have not programmed anything, right? Just by importing our starter asset into this, and you come over to tools, you import it into your project, you can move around in your project. So let's try that. Click on play. Woo! Awesome, right? You can move, you can run. See, this is the terrain. You are in a jungle, and that is the grass. So you can climb on the hill, Awesome. We can look around. Okay. So beautiful. This is what I wanted to show us. So let's continue working on our terrain. We are going to work more on first person controller and third person controller, perhaps when we are working on virtual reality, when we get into week 2. Okay. So now, awesome. Now let's continue working on our terrain. Our terrain is all green, right? It doesn't really look. So let's add some rocky, dirt and all those stuff like that. So on the terrain, of course, we are still in our paint terrain, right? We want in your paint terrain, we are on raise and lower terrain. Come back to paint texture. We want to add another layer, okay? This layer that you have here is this green, so we want to add another layer. We want to create another layer. Let's also type in grass. I think in our grass, we have this grass rocky albedo. Click on it, then click on it here. Then once you come over to your terrain, then you start, just touch, okay, just touch, click, touch, but it's concentrated. Let's look at our brush size. Let's see. You can increase your, I think let's reduce our opacity. Okay, reduce the opacity, increase brush size a bit. Okay, so you can see, let's choose different brush size. Let's reduce our brush size a bit. So, just add some rocky layer to it. Okay, the rocks at the top are usually, there are usually no grasses at the top of the rock because they are directly facing the sun. So you can just, yeah, awesome, beautiful. Let's try it again. Let's see how it looks like. Okay, there you go, beautiful. So the next thing we want to do is looking at the rocks are, let's smoothen the rocks, stay within our terrain, within our paint texture. Click here and you're going to see, scroll down, you see smooth height. Click on it, right? Then this time you want to use this brush, this round brush, right? So you come over here, then you just move around, right? Move around, you see that it's smoothing the rocks, okay, smoothing the texture, the terrain. Remember, you will, is it left click or right click? I think left click on your mouse and you just move this around, just move this around. Awesome, beautiful. So looking at it, we already have a nice terrain, okay, something awesome, but there are no grasses. We just have like visible grasses, okay, so we need to create grasses and as well trees. Now for us to do that, you come over to the next tab within the inspector, see on terrain, the inspector, you click on this paint details, click on it, then you click on edit details, then you see add grass texture, click on it. Now you have this menu opened up. Now the grass is going to be 2D, 2D, so it's not like when we are painting, okay, they're 2D, so you need to select it. So this very icon on detailed texture, if you click on this, if you click here, nothing happens, but if you click on this icon here, opens up this, then you type in grass. There you go, we have this grass, okay. Then here you have, I think it's fine, everything is fine here. Now let me explain what this bee boarding is. This bee boarding is that when you are in the game mode, anywhere you turn, the grass will face you. Okay, that's what the bee boarding means. Okay, and noise. Well, you can, in your spare time, you can play with these values and see how it all turns out to be, right? So once you're here, you don't want to use this brush. No, you don't want to use, so you just use something scanty, right? Let's see what happens. Okay, let's see. Oh, it's too much. So you can just, spread it around. Let's see. We have the grass here. Why is it concentrated just in one place? Let's undo that. Okay. I think because we have the brush size to the extreme and reduce opacity. Let's see. Okay. Target strength. Let's reduce it. Let's see what happens. So you see, we reduce the strength and it's no longer, it doesn't have this much grass around. I'm just trying to, place it everywhere. Let me see why. I think we need to, let's edit it. Let's see, noise. Okay. Let's increase this to 5. Let's see, maximum height, maximum width, no. Noise spread, no, maximum height. What was it? I think just 1. Noise spread. Let's see what happens. Okay, so let's see. I think you can just move around. Then let's enter play mode. Let's see what happens. Ah, here you go. We are inside the grass. When we get to VR, we work more on this. Okay, we see how to better understand how to play around with the grass. So if you look at the grass, right, the grass is actually 2D, but it faces me wherever I go. Like, it faces the camera. Okay, looking at it, you see it faces the camera. All right, and that is that for that. So let's add trees. Okay, now to add trees, stay on terrain. You click paint trees. Okay, activate this. Paint trees. Click on this, add trees. Of course, still the same thing. You click on this tiny icon and you can say trees. We don't have trees here. Okay, you just scroll down and you look for. Okay, you look for this. You have the conifer desktop. You have this. It's not named tree here. You also have the palm 3D model, which you can call up. Okay, so you see these are different assets. Okay, in the standard asset, if you want to build a house, look at this. You can easily build staircase and everything. Okay, easily build. So let's pick up that tree. Here are you. Okay, then so let's change our brush. Okay, I think we can choose a brush size here, but this has been given. So you see we have the trees. So you can do this. No, but let's intensity, let's reduce intensity. Brush size, let's increase it. Okay, yeah, you see, we've reduced the intensity. If you increase the intensity, you have this. So let's just reduce intensity. Okay, let's further reduce it. Let's see. Yes, scanty. You want to make it more scanty. Let's just make it. Let's just say we need 15. Let's see. Okay, yes, awesome. So we can now spread. Oh, click on that. We can now spread this tree around. Okay, so let's play. There you go. Awesome, right? This is becoming more realistic. I don't like this grass, so but I'm not going to do anything to it now. Maybe look at how realistic this tree is. Awesome, right? So let's see. Let me see. Let me. This grass is. Let me see. Let me see. I need to really. Anyways, we can experiment with those numbers, right? So there you go. You have the trees. And what else can we do again? Let's see. Let's add another type of trees, right? A different type of trees. We've added this conifer desktop tree. Let's add another type of tree. Okay, we have the broad leaf. Yes, let's add that. So we can just blend trees. Okay. This is a forest. We just blend trees. So this is how games are actually created. Okay, you see, we have created this and yet we haven't written any single line of code. How awesome is that? Beautiful. So we can actually, put buildings here and, so we have different type of trees here. And what else can we do on this terrain? What else can we do? What else can we do? What else can we do? Okay, I think we can
add a river or a stream.
Yeah, yes, we can add a stream. Okay. I think standard asset actually has that. So for us to do that, we need to create a slope. We need to lower the terrain. For us to do that, we need to lower the terrain. And for us to lower the terrain, we need to remove these grasses at the center because trees really don't grow in water. They grow around, not inside the water. It's time to be corrected. Okay, for us to do that, right? How was okay in standard asset. Before we do that, let's go back to terrain, trees. Can we remove? Okay, in this user you have mass placement of trees. So you see, we have about 10,000 trees. We don't want that, but anyways, we've already added the trees. So let's see, can we brush size, trees density? We want to edit. We can. All we do is to add more trees. So let's see how we can actually reduce the trees that we've added. I've forgotten how to do that. Tree density, brush size, this and that. Remove. I don't just want to remove all. Sure, but anyway. Okay, let's just do something. So we want to add water, for instance. So If you come, let's come back to paint and paint trees and raise and lower terrain. Now, to lower your terrain, you need to click on control, the control tab. I think so. Let's see. Let's increase this. Oh, that's too much. Oh, that's too small. Okay. Okay. Oh. Now, to lower your terrain, you click on the shift key, not control key, right? The shift key. So you see, and just tap on it. See, you take it backward. We can lower this. Yes, we can lower. We can lower down to this side. Like stream paths. We can lower. Trying to create something like a lake. You can lower. Just play around. This part is already becoming too flat. We can actually we can increase it a little bit. So just come change your brush, then just add some roughness to it. Something awesome. Yes. So right now let's see how to add water. If I can remember vividly. If I can't remember, guys, we do that in VR. Alright, so you come to standard assets. You come to, let's see, let's look. Or let's just type water. Awesome. So you have water here. Rather than looking for it, let's just type in water here. Yeah, water is part of the standard asset, the stuff that came with standard asset. So let's see. Okay, so you have this. If you look through, you have the water with number 4. I think so. So if you drag it here, you drag it on top, right? It appears here. Now you use your tools to increase the size, right? If you do that, then you increase it a bit. Okay, let's see what happens. Oh my god, this guy is inside the water. No, he's not supposed to be inside the water. So yeah, you see, you've added water. Let's reduce it, and let's take our player to the mountain. We want him to be at the top of the mountain. Oh, it's a bad one. Increase it. Yeah. So let's see. Okay. So a player is on the mountain. Players on the mountain. Okay. Awesome. So let's save and okay. Gentlemen, you can see we have water. Awesome, right? So yeah, this is everything is looking so plain. Let's put back our trees. So our grasses, we remove the grass, also remove the trees. So get back to terrain inspector. So let's do the grass first. Let's see. So grasses don't grow in water, right? They grow beside waters. So let's brush size reduce completely. This is so grass. Opacity. Okay, let's just get very close. Let's see. Oh, okay, yeah, this is what I wanted. So you can tap anywhere and put your stuff. So beautiful. So let's get back. Check opacity, reduce it to the, yeah, so we want the grass is scanty. like this. So that is what the opacity does. Yeah. Yes. Awesome. Want is scanty. So we can, just at the edges. Excuse me. Um, just at the edges, we can put in our grasses. So oh, that's so much. The back. Yes. So some inside the water. Something. We can just increase the brush size to the highest. Yes. So we can just put the grasses just close a little inside the water. Side here, side here, side here, side here, side here, side here. Yeah, you might not be seeing it, but when we get pretty close, you're going to see just grasses. So grasses don't grow on the top of the mountains because they are directly faced to the sun. So they grow beside. It's time to be corrected again. All right, let's try. Let's see. There we go. We have our grasses. Awesome. Yes. You see, the grasses are facing us. As you can see, whenever my camera moves, the grasses follow, like it faces the camera. So that is what b-boarding is. It's called b-boarding. Well, the grasses are, quite scanty. They're very much here. Yeah, so beautiful. So let's add some trees, right? So let's go back to trees. This tab here. Looking at the icons, you see, you have this is to increase the size. If you want to add more terrain, this is for painting, and with this you can do most of the things here. You can smoothing, you can set the heights, you can paint texture, which we did. Paint who? Have I done that? I don't know. Then you can increase and reduce them. This is for trees, and this is for trees, and this is for grass. Okay, so let's see. Our trees. Okay, let's do this broad something. Now in the tree you have this mass placement of trees. No, we don't want that, so you change it. We want to do like, okay, let's say 100, please. Are you seeing it? As we did, it already placed the trees. Whoa, that's beautiful. We did 100. Let's do like 1000, please. Oh, even inside the lake, trees are growing in there. No way. So trees are not supposed to be growing in lakes, right? So we can just tap on it and place the trees ourselves rather than doing this mass placement. Mass placement is if you don't want to do it yourself, the system will just do it for you. Okay, so we can have the trees grow. Let's have a lot of trees around here, around this lake here. Yeah, some here. Awesome, beautiful. A lot here. Okay, so yeah, so we have one particular kind of tree here. So let's add another type of tree. So let's add this broad leaf. Is it broad? What leaf? I think that, right? So we can, okay. Yeah, awesome. Oh, yeah. You see, it's moving down the slope, and This is what you actually do when you're moving. Then let's see whether we can pass through the tree. No, we can't pass through the tree. Yes. When we get to that point, I will let you know what is responsible for this, where you can pass through the tree. Now only pass around, not through. Here you go. Oh my god, this guy is going to fall. He's inside the water. He can't climb the slope. This happens in games, right? I believe most of the gamers that we have here, you can relate that you can climb a hill. You can rather come down from it. So let's stop it. Yes, so this is what you can actually do with this is terrain. We've created our terrain, we've added trees, we added water, we've added the third person controller. The third person controller enables you to see your player. Now our player is this robot guy that is moving around in our scene. Okay, so he's a third person controller. First person controller, you wouldn't see any player, it will just be you moving. Okay, so let's see what else is there again to do. I still feel our terrain has these ties, something like a tie. Let's see if we can work on that. Where is that? It's usually somewhere. Inspect. Is it in settings? Okay, there you go. We actually have. So if you're a gamer, you can actually use this terrain. You can create a game out of this. There's a whole lot of things that we can actually do with this. Okay, a lot you can actually do with this. You can still add that. Let's see what else we can add to this terrain. You click on the terrain. Let's see, paint texture. Let's add another layer. Let's see what is available. Okay, let's just say that. Let's type in that. See whether we have anything like that. No. We don't have that. Okay, these are all the grasses. We made use of this. Okay, yes, we have muddy. Yes, we have mud. So yes, natural. Usually when you have lakes, you have it's a bit muddy, so you can just by the side make it muddy. Oh, we didn't click on the mods. My bad, error. Okay. You click on this mod, it has this brownish. You can even add it to the mountains, edges of the mountains, close to the trees. Don't worry, once you add anything to your texture, it doesn't affect the trees. It's just directly to the texture, to the terrain. So if you can look over here, you see that you have this muddy over here. You see, you have this muddy stuff that we just added right now. Okay, awesome. So the tiling is on the once you are in paint, you click on your layer. You have this. You can click on any of this layer. Then below you see new layer 3. Click on this drop down. You're going to see the tiling. Okay, you see tiling. So let's see. tiling is 2 by 2. Let's increase it to, let's just say 500 by 500. Okay, you see, you have, does it look good? Let's say 100 by 100. Yeah, it looks a bit better. Offset 100 to 100 to, yes. Then let's do same with other layer, 100 by 100, so that we can have a better terrain. Okay, then the mod 100, everything just 100. There you go, guys. Can you see that? Yes. It has that rocky, but no, let's reduce the mod. So let's just say 50, 50, 50. Yes, it has this rocky looks to it. Yeah, so let's try it. Let's play it. Let's see what's up. It feels better, right? It looks better right now. What do you guys think?
Yeah, it looks okay. It looks realistic.
Yep. So there you go. So in I say Vuforia, in VR, I'll show us how we can actually fly. We can fly, like having our third person controller and flight simulation. I think we can do that. Let's go back to no, let's not do that. Let's not do that. So basically this is how to create a terrain. Okay, so it's expected of you to replicate what we have done today. Push it out. When you do, push it out. Twitter, LinkedIn, let the world know what you're actually doing, what you're creating, how far you've come. Okay, and I think we are going to end our class here today. What else is there to do? Basically it. I was not supposed to show you first person controller because it's not part of this class, but for us to have a better view and understanding of what we are doing, there was a need to call up that um, third person character. Okay, there was a need. All right. So again, your assets store. If you click over here, you can get it. You can actually see it here. You can see it here, or if you don't see it here, just come to over to Windows, and you see assets store. Click on it. It will open your browser.